Ladies and gentlemen, it is Pika calling in from Singapore here. It's Monday night. Um, yeah, it's it's been a fulfilling day. It's been quite long, but mostly I want to talk to you about an opinion I have. So let's see if we can get this out the way, shall we? Obviously, I was off today. I got to hang around at home and work on a couple of the projects that I had going on. I tried to finish up as much as I could, and I had my sister-in-law come visit me and keep me company for the day, which was really awesome. And then ran off to go get the little one, come back, have dinner, the whole 9 yards. She's in bed right now, so I get to talk to y'all. Very, very simple day. I really didn't do all that much. For my business, I had a project that I was working on, but I found out that I'm actually limited to sending out 60 DMs a day on Instagram. So that kind of like sucked as a realization, but it's okay. I'll get through it. Just need to, decide how I want to go about that. So that's going to be a strategy session for later. In the meantime, I'm injured, you guys. So it rained really hard tonight, and while I was walking to go get my baby girl, I was wearing flip-flops as usual, and the part that kind of holds holds between your big toe and your first toe, kind of came out, and I slipped and I fell. I busted my ass, man. It hurts so bad. It's worse than workout sore right now. It aches. Anyway, whatever. We'll see how I walk tomorrow. I may actually ditch the heels and wear flats tomorrow because I don't know if I can do it. Anyway, yeah, let's talk about this, shall we? My opinion. I feel like if women these days were more ladylike, maybe men would step up and be more like gentlemen. And I truly, truly feel like it's the quality of the women out here. It's not for a lack of them, wanting more and doing more. There are some people out here that really do hustle, that really want to, get the most out of life, and they're ready. They're ready to do everything by themselves, not ask anybody for help, least of all a man. And, they're getting it. They're getting it done. But then there are some women out here. I think the term in Singapore is tai tai. They're content to hook a man who is either foreigner or well-to-do and be a housewife. And by housewife, I don't mean the regular term housewife as in they stay in the house, they cook, they clean, they take care of the house. No, I mean like a kept woman who has room and board and, I don't know, I guess pocket money to go out and do whatever the hell she wants, like get her nails done, get her hair did, all that, flashy stuff. But basically, they have no use or purpose except to just sit at home and spend money and maybe look good, maybe, service their husbands. Yeah, I'm thinking that we need to change that culture. I would love it if our young women nowadays would aim a little higher, maybe. And no, I don't mean up, up the food chain. I'm talking about aim a little higher as in you want a relationship with substance, right? You want to be able to say, I was married to this guy for 57 years or something like crazy. My grandparents were married for 65 years, you guys. So, I want that kind of love. I want that kind of familiar contentment. I do want a little bit of crazy. I feel like without a little bit of crazy, you don't really have much passion in your marriage. So anyway, that's beside the point. What I'm trying to get at is I feel like I wish I could inspire women to do more with their lives, especially these young women nowadays that are content to get thousands and thousands of likes on Instagram because they're half naked, booty showing, titties showing, basically leaving nothing to the imagination anymore. And I can't really say much. I do wear fitted clothing and I do take pictures of me in fitted clothing, but I don't show a lot of cleavage. I don't show ass cheeks or anything. I don't, I'd like to think I'm fairly respectable in that regard. Mostly because I'm not that girl, and on top of that, I have a little pair of eyes watching. I don't want her to grow up thinking this is the way you need to be. Sure, I love to dress up. I love, taking pictures of whatever I'm wearing in the morning on the way to work because yeah, I kind of feel like I look good. But more than that, it's kind of like I use Instagram as a scrapbook of sorts of all the thoughts that I have, all the feelings that I have, all the different, filters on Snapchat that I use, the different outfits I wear, the moods I'm going through. It's kind of like an album of all those things, and I do enjoy that aspect of social media. But for the most part, in real life, I do push to be more than that backseat girl, okay? I feel like, given the fact that I have the same faculties for the most part as a man, that I am capable of thinking my way through things and teaching myself new skills, that there isn't much that I can figure out how to do. Now, for some things, obviously, I can't lift a whole cupboard and move it by myself. I'm going to need some help. But other than that, I feel like, why not? Why not push yourself to the limit? Why not be Superwoman if you can be, if you have that capability? I enjoy doing a variety of things, mostly because of the way I was raised. I can be very feminine. I can be very girly if I wanted to. I don't like frills. I'm going to tell you right now that isn't going to fly. But I do like dressing up. I love wearing saris and going to the temple, or wearing saris in general. If I could get away with wearing them to work every day, I probably would. I love wearing heels. They don't like me so much most times, but I do love wearing heels, and I've kind of resigned myself to 2 to 3 inch heels because they don't hurt as much. I do love dressing up in office wear. It makes me feel more confident. It gives me a little more pep in my step, and I feel like I could go out and take on the world. Now, on the flip side of all of that fanciness, because that's pretty much the height of my fancy. I don't wear like a lot of jewelry. I don't get my hair done. I don't get my nails done. I'm not like that. But that's pretty much it. Me dressing up in a dress is probably as fancy as I'm going to get. Now, on the flip side of that, I do love to bum it. The last job I had, which was at IQ Kids, I wasn't in front of the public a lot, and I wasn't in front of parents a lot, so I didn't really have to get up and get dressed. So what I would do is, drum roll please, I would not wear makeup. I would roll out of bed, put on a pair of sweatpants and a t-shirt, and bounce. That was pretty much it. That was the height of my getting ready in the morning. Not glamorous at all, and I could care less because I didn't have anyone to impress. So, yeah, I didn't try. I love sweatpants. I love Timberlands. I love basketball high tops with sweatpants. What else? I love beanies. I love hats. I love sunglasses. I like running around without makeup on. It took me a long time to get over the fact that, I have pockmarks and I have scars and shit. But the fact that I can run out without makeup and not really... I'm not worried about how I look, really. I think I look okay, and for the most part, if you were to see me with and without makeup, there's not that much of a difference, I don't think. I may look a little darker in my face, but other than that, I think it's pretty much the same. I feel like the two sides of me are very, very extreme, but there is like a multitude of ideas in between both those extremes, which I also embody. So I feel like I am quite accomplished, that I am able to fulfill a large skill set without really having to ask for help, without really having to hire somebody to do stuff. Honestly speaking, I could regrout the bathroom if I really wanted to. I just need, a little guidance as far as, which water removing substance do I use to make sure that, the putty that I use to regrout actually stays in place. So, that's the kind of person I am. I am in love with IKEA. I love putting together IKEA furniture. I did my room. I did my mom's room. If I could have helped with the cupboards, the cabinets in the kitchen, I probably would have, but obviously I did not. But yeah, I'm kind of like a tomboy. I am a jack of all trades, master of none. But I feel like because I aim to be more, any guy that would even dream about approaching me, I guess, would really have to feel like they could, they could stand side by side with me. They could, measure up next to me. And it's not to say that I'm the best ever and that no one should ever approach me. It's more like I'm raising the bar. And I wish more girls would do that because it is well within your capabilities to do all those things. I have a cousin in Malaysia right now, right? She is amazing, you guys. And I think I've mentioned her before. Avina is out in Malaysia. She is wheelchair bound, but this girl doesn't let nothing stop her. She is an author, as in a published author, okay? She is an artist who is actually selling her art, not just making art and collecting, painted pieces in a corner somewhere. She's actually selling her art at a bazaar, like pretty much every weekend. She is a certified chef and as a certified chef, she is actually the chef in her parents' restaurant, Bindu, which is a vegetarian restaurant out in Malaysia. So, I mean, come on, any guy that would want to even speak to her would have to have a little bit of credibility, as in, like, they would have to have the compassion enough to be able to really take care of her, really look after her, really love her the way she needs to be loved and deserves to be loved. But also, they would need to be able to match wits with her. I mean, as much as this girl has accomplished, you know she's got to have been well-read, very educated, a free-thinking spirit where you got to be able to hold a conversation with this girl. You know what I mean? So I kind of feel like, ladies, if you could just take a little more pride in yourselves, elevate your game a little bit. I mean, I'm not talking about go off and like play mind games with people to see which rich guy you could, which whale you can catch or whatever, or land or whatever the term is. But come on, if you took a little more pride in yourself, and I'm talking about outside of makeup skills, okay, and how quickly you can like max out a credit card, why not? Why wouldn't we have a better society? Why wouldn't we have something more than a Kardashian society right now? Everyone cares about makeup. There are men out here that have makeup skills that are like way beyond me, and I pale in comparison to how beautiful they are. Seriously, I'm nervous. I don't measure up like that. There are women out here that their primary goal in life is to go out to the club every weekend and land a different guy. Like, come on, you guys. Obviously you want love, but is that the best way to go about it? I know you got songs out there like Despacito and I'm in love with the shape of you and stuff like that. And I mean, yeah, okay, they're really cool. I do love the beat. The lyrics, I don't know, they say something different to me, but is that really the lifestyle you want? Like, don't you want a little substance? Don't you want a little, like, don't you want to celebrate an anniversary because you really came through some shit in the year that you've been together? Like, that's what I want. I don't know about y'all, whatever. But I really feel like, ladies, if you step your game up, why wouldn't your man come at you like, all right, cool, she's like this and I gotta be like this. Like, she's here and I gotta be way up here if I'm gonna even get a chance for her to look at me and consider me any kind of an option. You know what I mean? I know there is a spiritual awakening going on right now. There are a lot of people out there that are slowly paying attention to the world around them, paying attention to all the redundancies and all the real idiosyncrasies that are popping up and stuff. Like, stuff just don't make sense, you guys. I think y'all need to ditch the fluoride, by the way. So yeah, things just don't make sense. And a lot of people are waking up and realizing that, you know what? There has got to be more than life, more to life than waking up, going to work, paying bills, and eventually I die. Like, yeah, people out there taking selfies and taking pictures, like documenting everything that they do, but when they document, how much of that are they living? Like, how many people are out there, and you all know who I'm talking about, how many people are out there who stage food and take pictures, but they did not make that food? How many people out there, what was I going to say? How many people out there go to a particular place because it's memorable, it's got like a landmark in the distance or whatever, take a really great picture, and then go back home to sit on the phone and gossip or send messages? How many people actually go out there and really like explore, really go see things, really experience things? I mean, yes, I do whip out my phone every now and again when I'm with my baby girl and I want to say that, I'm here, I'm there, whatever. I want to show people we going out and doing stuff. And mostly it's to make sure that she remembers, hey, we did all these things. For her right now, she's going through a phase where she misses having a father figure. She watches people on TV. She watches her friends' parents come pick them up, And where my brother was fulfilling that a little bit because he was like the cool uncle, right? That's kind of like a dad. He's no longer here. So right now she's going through a little bit of a withdrawal. She is imprinting on any man that ends up talking to me somehow. And it's quite difficult because she gets attached, you guys, and I'm really super picky about who I let into my circle anyway because of her. I don't want her to get upset or constantly feel like, the landscape changes so much that people keep leaving her. I don't want that for her, so I'm trying really hard to really be very, very picky about who I let into my circle. And even then, you never know, people come and go. Like, I just had one leave recently. So anyway, I feel like if we were to elevate our game, if we were to really push for who we want to be. Like, do you really do you? If you like drawing manga cartoon, I don't even know if I said that right. manga cartoons, and you're really good at it, go do that. Like, perfect your craft, take pride in it. There's finally situations where people are saying, instead of saying my makeup game in 2006 versus now, it's more like how well I was able to draw in 2006 versus now. Like, they really are. There's some people out there that really, really are honing their craft. They're really able to, like, fix the things that they love about them to a point, like fine tune it to a point that is like, it doesn't get much better. You know what I mean? So why not? Why don't everybody go do that? I would love it if we would read more and talk to each other more. Yeah, we talk, but what do we talk about? Hey, how are you doing? Did you eat? Did you sleep? Did you go to work? How was work? What's the weather like? It's stupid. I miss having conversations at 3, 4 in the morning talking about, man, I remember, so-and-so, my best friend came and told me that, they just had a baby, but he only told me a month after they had the baby, and I'm like kind of miffed about the fact that he didn't tell me when it happened, because I would have been right there. I would have gone and been right there or whatever. And then, stuff like, yeah, but he's having trouble because his girl is whining about the amount of money he makes and how he takes care of her. Like, okay, granted, yes, a man's job is to take care of a woman, but what is a woman's job then? Isn't a woman's job to take care of that man? Aren't you supposed to take care of each other? Aren't you supposed to be the yin to his yang or whatever? Like, I'm really sick and tired of these people thinking that, oh, I'm the woman and this is my job and that's it. I would love to hear a story where two people get together and both of them cook together. My grandmother and grandfather, like, I'm serious, my grandfather would sit in the kitchen and help cut vegetables, and they'd have a conversation while they're doing it. My brothers, no, like, if I'm in the kitchen, there's going to be music, or there's going to be a movie playing or something, and if they come in that kitchen, if they step foot in the kitchen, it's on. We're going to have a rap battle, we're going to sing to each other, we're going to, like, go through, somebody's going to end up being a DJ, we going to have fun, y'all. Like, that's the kind of life I want. Why can't we connect like that anymore? Ladies, you need to learn how to talk to your man. And I know that men are so starved for affection these days that the slightest kind word suddenly turns into flirting. That's not the point. There is such a thing as polite. There are some of us that really are old school and polite still. Y'all can't, like, catch feelings over, oh, she was very nice to me. That should be expected, my dear. Now, if she picks your brain and really, really wants to get to know you, that's different. Then she really likes you. She really wants to know more about you. Now, if she's saying, yes, thank you. Oh, yes, that's very kind of you. Oh, my gosh, I can't believe you asked me that. That's very nice. I wouldn't consider that flirting. If that's the limit of flirting to y'all need to go watch a bunch of, Nicholas Sparks movies or something. That's romance. That's flirting, okay? I really, really, I want to inspire people to change. I want to inspire people to go after that romance novel, Tamil movie ideal. Like, why not? It's not enough to just be like, yeah, say I'm a thug. Okay, you're a thug. But if you're sitting in the middle of the street arguing with another so-called thug about, I need to be respected, you're like half crying your eyes out talking about, you need to respect me. Like, come on, don't even talk to me about being a thug. You were nothing but a little baby. Don't do that. Why don't you go stand for something? Why don't you go fight for something that matters? Why don't you go, learn something new and then teach it to somebody else? How about that? Like, can you do that? That would be something worth aspiring to. Like, I know a guy who, with his last couple of dollars, like, he won't spend it on much, but he will go to, like, an orphanage and buy food for the kids in the orphanage. Just because he can't. Like, come on. Isn't that, like, the greatest thing ever? Isn't that the sweetest thing ever? And no, he's not doing it for likes and shares and shit either. He's doing it because he knows those kids don't have nobody. He knows that there should be a better way to do all these things. He knows that, it's not the kids' fault. They're innocents, y'all. Like, why don't y'all go do that? Go volunteer somewhere. Go give your time to someone else. Go serve in whatever capacity. Volunteer. I mean, if there was a Habitat for Humanity around here in Singapore, shoot, I'd be all over that. I would love to help build houses. I would love to take care of people, like, volunteer my time. Right now, though, unfortunately, I'm not going to make excuses. I just don't have the time. With the amount of projects I've got going on, if I'm going to get any one of them right, I really got to commit. And right now, 24 hours isn't cutting it. I'm exhausted. I want to go to sleep like all day, every day, but I can't. I've got to get up. I got to go do all this stuff, which I'm fine with. Okay, one day when I have money that will buy me more options, I will definitely go volunteer my time, volunteer my services, go be with some kids. I may even foster some kids, y'all. Like seriously, I would love that. I don't know if God has it in the cards for me to ever get married again or for me to ever have kids again, but there are plenty of kids out here who don't have anybody. Why not step up? Why not go be a foster parent? Why not, inspire people to be better than they are, like to overcome whatever situation they're in. There are a lot of people out there nowadays that are thinking, yeah, I want to be an entrepreneur. It's sexy to be an entrepreneur, but they don't know the first thing about having a job. They don't know the pains that it takes to do something because someone else tells you to. You have to show up to work at this time and you finish at that time, and this is the pile of work you got to get done. And most times the pile of work is fucking insane. It doesn't make sense how you're gonna get that shit done, which draws into another kind. If you have a pile of shit that on your table that you need to get done in 8 hours, and you know for damn sure you can't do it, you need to make sure you go home on time. Because if you start making that, that habit of staying late, you're showing them that you're able to stay late. And they will not stop asking after that. So in order to protect your own time, you need to realize some of these things, right? But like I said, these kids nowadays, they don't know what it's like to struggle. They don't know what it's like to be out of the house at the age of 18 because you're in college, right? You need stuff. You don't want to, you kind of embarrassed to go ask your mom, hey, can I have money for underwear? Can I have money for toothpaste? So you get a job. You get a part-time job, or you work, work study at the college or whatever that you're at, and you do the best you can, You hustle a little bit and you get whatever you need to get. People don't know what it's like, and they want to jump straight into I'm an entrepreneur, and then they wonder why they fail so quickly. It's because they're dreaming really big, and that's cool and all, but you got to build the building step at a time, one brick at a time. You can't go in there and throw all the bricks in a pile and be like, yeah, I got a house now. That's not how that works. You got to build it. So ladies, please step up your game. Please don't go lay your what is that word? Gosh, don't go lay your expectations down by the riverside. Don't set them so damn low that anybody could jump over that shit. Don't be so needy that, the slightest thing that comes out of guys, you go to the club on the Friday night and someone says, wow, you look beautiful. They don't say your ass is fat. They say you look beautiful, and suddenly you're like, wow, I'm in love with him. Don't do that. Come on. Step up your game. You need to love yourself and know you're beautiful so that the next person who comes and tells you has to have a little more conversation than you're beautiful. Make them work a little bit. Make them step up their game. Make them notice more than your body. Come on. Y'all are better than this. I swear y'all are better than this. I swear I went through an ugly phase forever. I remember people wouldn't talk to me, man. I remember at Fuqua School, people would step off the damn sidewalk just to avoid my ass. I was tall, gangly, and I was the teacher's pet. Nobody liked me. And that's cool. I mean, I was okay with it. Kind of. Okay, I'm lying. I wasn't okay with it. I wanted friends, and I did the best I could. But it was weird. I struggled, and I'm happy that I struggled, because any step along the way that was different, I wouldn't be here right now talking to you. I'm proud I struggled. I'm proud I overcame the shit I overcame. Man, I've seen shit that don't even make sense, y'all. Ladies, step up your game. Men, step up your game. Gentlemen, come on. Whenever I teach a class, I refer to the young men as gentlemen. I refer to the young girls as ladies. And they look at me like, I'm not a gentleman. The heck you aren't. Yeah, you're a gentleman. I'm going to treat you like a gentleman, so I want you to step up and act like a gentleman. I'm going to treat you like a lady. You need to step up and act like a lady. That means you can't sit with your legs wide open and roll all over the floor and act all crazy. Come on. Sit up. Pay attention. Show me you're interested. Show me that you want more out of life. I love to teach. I love to be around young people. I love to inspire them to be everything they want to be. I don't want you to sit there and think, oh man, the SA2 is coming up. I got to ace this test, and then I got to ace the next test, and then I got to ace the next test, and then the O levels, and da-da-da-da. Yeah, I know there's pressure. Why don't we talk about things that matter, though? Why don't we talk about, what do you think happens after you die? What do you think is the right way to have a marriage? What have you seen that you like? What have you seen that you don't like? What do you think resonates with you most? Let's talk about that stuff. I want to know. You like pink. Why? Why not talk about crazy stuff like that? Why don't we talk about a song you heard and what you understand the lyrics to mean? Let's talk about the Beatles. Let's talk about the Bee Gees. Let's talk about Earth, Wind, and Fire. Oh my God, I love Earth, Wind, and Fire. Let's talk about stuff that matters. People, elevate your game. Learn to communicate with each other. I think the internet is the best thing that happened to us. It's also the worst thing that happened to us. There ain't nothing but a bunch of zombies out there playing Pokemon Go, almost being hit by cars and shit. Like, come on. Wake up. You got this. Stop being distracted. Stop being lazy. Be the young women, young ladies and gentlemen that you can be. Bring back that old school swag, man. I'm waiting for that. Anyway, that was quite the rant tonight, and I hope you understood all of what I said, but I really feel like we need to step up, you guys. Come on. As a society, we could do better. We could definitely do better. And yeah, okay, it's cool and funny and whatever to watch the Kardashians. Yeah, they've been on the air for 10 years. Why? I don't know, but they've been on the air for 10 years. And now they got spin-off shows and shit. Great. All right, cool. But what does that do for you? Does that make you better watching them? Do you get inspired watching them? I'll tell you what, if I watch Gary Vee in the morning, damn, I'm ready to like fuck up the world afterwards. I'm ready to be like, Cap, and calling my brother and be like, Cap, I know what I'm gonna do today. You know, like that's the kind of life I want to lead. I want y'all to lead that kind of life too. Like I want you to be inspired every day. Go out and get it. Whatever it is, go get it. Go work hard for it. Things that come easy to you, they also leave easy. Things that really resonate with you, things that shock you, things that you weren't expecting, those are the things I want you to like really cherish in life. Go get it. Ladies and gentlemen, time is ticking. It keeps passing us by. We're 3/4 of the way through 2017, you guys. What are we looking at? October, November, December, that's it. We have, what, maybe a week and a half left in September. A week and a half left in September. It was just September yesterday. Like, what the hell? We got shit we got to get done, man. Stop just sleepwalking through life. Wake up. Go do something. Go do something you go tell your grandchildren about. I want to be that grandma that I have all my grandchildren, great-grandchildren sitting around me, and they'd be like, Grandma, or I'm a mom, can you tell us that story when you did da-da-da-da? I'm like, that one again? Are you serious? Why? Okay, fine. Sit down. Let's go talk about this. Like, that's what I want. When I'm getting ready to die, I want to come skidding in, like sideways, half banged up and shit, and be like, all right, death, I'm here. You can take me now. I want to live, you guys. I want to live. I want to have so many stories. I want to be able to tell people I started this and it didn't work. And I tried that and it didn't work. And I fell a lot. I failed a lot. But you know what? I built it anyway. Y'all better watch out. This brand is going to be big. I can feel it. So y'all stay tuned and I will holler at you again. But seriously, take what I said to heart, please. Raise your standards. If every one of us were to raise our standards, even just a little bit, our society would be better off for it, man. Don't you think? All right, I'm going to call it a night. I will catch y'all tomorrow. Bye.